Happy New Year, everyone. It is 2025 officially. It should be January 1st when you're seeing this video. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm happy. I'm ready. I'm just motivated. I feel very confident of what 2025 is going to look like for me personally, as well as in my business, which for me, my life kind of is my business, and making over my business will in turn make over my life. And that makes me so excited that I have that power to make changes both in my personal life and or in my business life, and they will directly impact the other thing. Just knowing that changes things. It makes you feel powerful. It makes you feel like, wow, well, okay, I'm in control. I'm in the driver's seat. I can do it. And so that's how I feel right now. It's very optimistic, very peppy, but that's just how I feel. I'm very motivated to get stuff done this year. I'm motivated to have better numbers this year than I did last year. And I am ready and I know what I need to do. And in this video, I'm going to just kind of talk you guys through it and just sharing with you like what my thoughts and plans are for this new year and how I'm going to be making changes and what's going on. And it's just going to be fun. It's going to be positive. And we're going to talk logistics and real reselling stuff. If you are new to my channel, my name's Amanda. I sell primarily on the platform Whatnot. I sell books, toys, plush, educational material, and random odd and ends at times. And then I do as well sell part-time on eBay. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I talk all things reselling, especially Whatnot and book related, as that is what I do primarily. I am full-time bookseller on the platform, and I share tips and tricks on how to be successful on the platform, or how I found success, as well as just general, like, follow me in the day, here's what I'm doing, sourcing, doing shows, all kinds of fun stuff. So if you like that stuff, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Happy New Year, guys. We have our notebook out because we are setting goals. We are planning for the new year. So 2024 was obviously an amazing year for me here on YouTube. I started my journey a few months ago and was putting out videos every week, having just an absolutely great time, getting to know my community, learning about how you guys resell, the platforms you sell on, and being able to share some of my information and tips and experiences on the platforms I sell in, as well as reselling and books in general. And it's been so much fun connecting and just getting to know you guys a little bit more. It's always nice to know that you're not alone in this crazy reselling journey. It is definitely hard out here in this business, but it's always good to know that there's other people out there that are pursuing similar passions. It's just been really nice kind of getting to know my community a little bit more, and I've really enjoyed that. Just a couple months ago, I had actually set some goals on this channel for my reselling business, and while I've hit some of the goals, I have missed the mark on some of them, and I'm revamping them. And going into the new year, I want to kind of, refocus. Looking at my business, I went ahead and thought about some things that I really want to accomplish this year. For those of you guys that don't know, I do sell mostly on Whatnot, and I will continue to be selling on Whatnot majority of my sales for sure. However, I will be doing some changes on Whatnot. I actually am going to continue to stick with my normal Tuesdays and Saturday shows. However, I'm going to be a little bit more consistent with my Friday stream. So what I would do on Friday is typically it's a mystery show. Sometimes it's books, sometimes it's plush, sometimes it's toys, Disney, whatever I happen to have to sell at that moment. I also do some bins shows, going to the Goodwill outlets and shopping at the bins. So it's been a lot of fun doing these Friday shows and kind of blending in all the different niches that I sell in. But Friday, what I would like to really start doing on Whatnot is narrowing down a way to liquidate. I tend to come across a lot of, inventory, and there are times where it's a little excessive and I'm kind of overflowing with that type of inventory, and I need to do these liquidation style shows. So Fridays, I'm really going to be upping the ante on those shows, as opposed to just kind of doing anything. It's going to be something really worthwhile doing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be an additional night of the week where I'm doing something really meaningful on the platform, which in turn is bringing money into my business. So really excited to start focusing on Friday shows. With Friday shows and all shows, one big thing that's changing with my Whatnot business is I'm actually going to be raising my prices. So one of the things I'm known for is selling really good quality used, pre-owned, pre-loved books at a very affordable cost. I also do the same thing with my plush and toys. Everything is very affordable, and sometimes to my own detriment. So that is one big thing I'm going to be doing, is I'm actually actually going to be raising my prices pretty much across the board on a lot of the things that I sell to maximize my time. What I'm finding is I'm doing a lot of quantity, like I'm selling a lot of items, but I'm also doing a lot of work. So selling in bulk and selling in bundles does require a lot of back-end work and a lot of shipping, and it gets exhausting. So I'm going to be upping my price to make sure that I'm valuing my time a little bit more. And the last thing I'm doing to really focus on scaling my Whatnot business is actually marketing more towards my Whatnot, not just here on YouTube, but in public as well as online. I want to kind of drive some of the traffic, sales, and people that don't know about Whatnot to Whatnot and bring them to my shows as well as other people's shows. And I think that's what sellers in general should be doing, is bringing people from other platforms that have no idea what Whatnot is to Whatnot so that they can be buyers on this platform as well. And it's such an amazing platform. It blows my mind that there's so many people that have never heard of it. Every day I could find 20 people to tell about this platform. And that's kind of what I want to do, is just really spread the word through things like being more present on social media, as well as I am going to start utilizing business cards, which kind of leads me into my next topic, which is Whatnot and book selling related, my business in general related, which is I want to create little business cards, little postcard, business card type things, something that I can hand out to people for a few different things. One, I do want to advertise my Whatnot and my online selling business, and that I sell books and toys and fun, awesome, cool kids items, as well as some adult items too. And you should come check it out. But also I want to maximize my free book pickup service more. So having little cards I can hand out to people where I can help get free book pickups, as well as maybe even make purchases more upstream. Going away from Goodwill is really my overall goal right now. If you guys have been following me, you know that it has been a very volatile time using Goodwill as your main source for inventory. Particularly with books, I've been having a very challenging time getting consistent inventory, and at times having inventory but not quality inventory. So I want to go upstream a little bit. I want to spread the word that, hey, I buy books, I buy plush, I buy pre-owned, gently used kids items, and I also take free donations. So kind of want to spread that word locally and make that a little bit part of my inventory sourcing system a little bit more, because this past year has been so prevalent that running out of inventory has been so consistent for me, and that is not something you want that's consistent in your business. That's not the right kind of consistency in your business. So definitely going to be going upstream with those cards. So hopefully it'll be a little crossover. Hey, yeah, I sell on this platform. If you've never heard of it, you should check it out. Also, I, buy books. So if you want to sell me maybe some of the things that your kids have grown out of, and then come shop for things that your kids have grown into, that would be a really fun way to kind of cross mingle those two parts of my business, I should say. So that's Whatnot. That is a little bit of my in-person marketing strategy. And then the last part of my business that I'm going to continue to start focusing on is eBay. If you've been following me, you know that I don't do a lot on eBay, but I do sell some. I don't have a lot of items listed. I think I have like 50 things listed. My 90-day total is absolutely atrocious because I don't prioritize eBay. However, I do make sales on there, and anytime I list, I almost make a sale that day and every day for the next few days. So whenever I list, I'm listing good stuff, and it tends to sell, and it does trigger some sales of older items as well. So I do love eBay, and I neglect it, and I really need to utilize it more. eBay for me is one of the most passive incomes anyone can do. If you wake up in the morning and you can list 5 or 10 items and do that multiple times a week, if not every single day, you are going to throughout your days have passive income constantly, sales coming in left and right while you're doing other things for the rest of the day. And that's how I like to utilize eBay. So that is what I'm going to continue to do. I have done it before. It works really well. I've stopped doing it for a while and focused on Whatnot, but I'm going to go back. eBay's amazing and I highly recommend it. So that's my Whatnot kind of plans a little bit, my in-person plans and strategies. As far as with the in-person strategy, also, I didn't really mention this, but it's just doubling down on, driving further to get books. Sometimes for me, driving 45 minutes away to go get a bunch of inventory a couple times a week is really worth it. And so while do I like the drive? No. Is it worth it? Most often it is. So just implementing the things that have kind of been working over the last few months, and also reincorporating things that I've let go, which is free book pickup, eBay, listing in my buy it now section on Whatnot, all the things that I kind of let fall to the wayside I need to start doing again. So that's kind of my general plan for my business and where I see things kind of headed. I know it's kind of vague, but I'm going to be, of course, talking about these in the videos that are upcoming. I'm going to always be sprinkling in current tidbits of what's happening, what's going on, what's changing, any updates I have. Going into the new year, I think most people find organization to be something that's really prioritized. I did a huge organized cleanse on my home and it feels so good. We actually had company coming over and it forced us to clean out our house a little bit more than we usually do. And I was so happy that we did it that I'm like, oh, I've got to do that in my office. It's been a while. I'm going to give you guys like the sneakiest little peek of what my store looks like next door. Yeah, it's scary. It's like brutally scary. So I just need to get in there and clean that stuff out. There is a rhyme and a reason to why it is the way that it is. But about 4 days ago, I got struck with the most ingenious idea that I had never thought of before. I take that back. I've thought of this before, but it really came to me so clearly. Like it came to me as a vision and I couldn't stop picturing it and playing on it and adding to it and manipulating it throughout the next couple days. And now I have this very clear vision of what I want to do with that space. And so that's going to be the last time that space will ever look like that. And what it's going to look like when I'm done is going to be incredible. And it's going to play into our Fridays. So it all comes full circle. I talked about how Fridays are going to be bigger shows on Whatnot. That's going to be a big part of it. We're going to do some streaming from over there and setting up kind of a secondary stream that I think is going to be really, really beneficial for the growth of my business and my, of course, personal life. I mentioned at the beginning of this video that when you make big changes in business and personal life, when you work for yourself, they are completely intertwined because you are in charge of everything in your life. And when one thing isn't going right, it bleeds into all the other stuff. And so getting my personal life and my business life together, they're going to be married so well, and I'm going to, I think, find so much happiness and joy and relief and comfort in those that marriage. So I'm really, really excited to see kind of what that comes together and looks like, and of course I'll be sharing that with you guys. So all of that leads me into YouTube, right? This is the thing we're doing here, this relationship that we've built that I absolutely adore and love. So I wrote a bunch of stuff down here for YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and read some of it off and reference it because I want to make my goals apparent and I want to share with you guys what you can expect from me. So I'm saying I'm going to do all these things. Well, I think I should kind of document it, right? I think I should share it with you. I love watching people's journeys. I love watching someone's transition within their business and showing me the tangibles. I want to see the hardship. I want to see the good. I want to see the success and the failure and the struggle. I want to see it all. So I'm going to, of course, share all that with you in the way that I best know how. If you are here from the very beginning, you probably know my channel actually used to be called Journey at 30. And it was because I started this YouTube channel when I was 30 years old. And my idea was that I would document the next decade of my life and whatever came along with it. And I am about to be 30. Gosh, I forget how old I am now. I'm at that point in life where I forget how old I am. Oh my gosh, I'm either 35 or 36. I was born in 89. Okay, I did the math. I'm 35. I'm gonna be 36. Point being that this is the point of the channel, is that I knew that a decade is a really long period of time, and I just had a really strong feeling that I was going to go through quite a few changes in my life here in my 30s, and I just really wanted to document that and have it for myself as well as see what it turned into. And while I took a little bit of a hiatus on YouTube, I came back and I had a plan of action, and I'm just thrilled to continue to share this journey with you guys. So here's some of the goals for my YouTube channel for 2025. I'm currently sitting, I believe, at about 1,600 followers, and my goal for the end of the year of 2025 is to hit 3K. So I'd like to have a total of 3,000 followers by the end of the year, which I think is pretty attainable, but that is my goal. Kind of, I like to set attainable goals. One of the things I really want to do is enable memberships and release special content for members. So I know people really enjoy supporting people, and I want to give those of you that enjoy supporting people who give out really good tips or helpful advice, or you just really enjoy, maybe it's their personality, whatever it might be. I want to give those people who want a deeper dive or a closer look, whether it's into kind of my life of my business or whether it's behind the scenes vlogs or really specific tutorials and helpful like guides and hints and tips that really are going to help elevate you within your business. I want to be able to give an opportunity for you to receive that information. So I think I want to enable memberships and share specific content that's really geared just towards growing and development and learning. A big one for me with creating creating videos, a big roadblock I come into is usually every Tuesday night or Wednesday morning before I'm posting my video, I am frantically creating a thumbnail and a title and struggling to make sure I'm titling it the right title and that I'm picking the right thumbnail. And if you do YouTube or you know about YouTube, you know that title and thumbnail are 90% of your success. And it's sometimes it's the hardest part for me. So I've already have a little bit of a structure set up now, but I really want to implement it, like actually do what I'm thinking will work, which is having these set thumbnails and titles and really setting myself up for success on my videos. So I'm not last minute using all this brain power trying to think of titles and thumbnails. So for example, for this video, I believe the title of this video should be, I have it written down, it should be why 2025 will be my biggest reselling year ever. I came up with that title before I started filming the video, and I think that's a really helpful way to share the true concept of your video. When you have a title already in mind, you know what people are expecting to see when they click on your video. So titles and thumbnails, that's a big one for me. Overall, I want to create a minimum of 50 videos. That's me doing at least 4 a month, which I are going to have some months where I'm going to be doing more. For example, for the month of January, we're going to have 5 videos because there's 5 Wednesdays in January. So I will do more than 50 videos, but the minimum is 50 videos. And then I also want to reach a consistent amount of monetization. I have my number set at $200 a month. That is like, I feel like very attainable in the next couple of months to consistently see that. And if I do, I really think that's going to help continue to motivate me through this YouTube journey, because content creation isn't my favorite thing. It is just not my favorite thing to sit down here and talk to the camera. I just like doing my business. And if I could just have someone following me around with a camera all the time, that would be my dream. But I don't have that luxury yet. So until I can start making like a really consistent amount a month, I won't really be able to fully have my heart in YouTube. So that monetary amount is going to really help me see like, okay, this works, this pays off, continue doing it. And people like watching you and people like what you have to say and they want to tune in. They're getting good feedback. You're helping people, which is my ultimate goal. So as long as that continues to stay the same, I'm going to be really happy. So those are kind of my big goals for YouTube in 2025. And then what I went ahead and did was just wrote down some strategies that I have. I'm not going to share them all with you, but they're going to entail things like, you know, creating YouTube shorts, putting some of my longer form content into shorter form shorts. I think that's really important. Utilizing my social media more, which means engaging on Instagram and maybe trying to get my following on TikTok up. And so I can go live on there or other places that I can go live, I think is really important to help share the message of Whatnot, as well as help shed light on my business. Like imagine being on a TikTok live from my store. How fun would that be? Just go through some of the books and just hang out. I think that would be a lot of fun. Obviously, I'm going to keep posting at least 1 video a week, but I would like for there to be weeks where I have batched content and I can post maybe 2 videos that week just for a fun special treat. So having the ability to batch up my content and make videos in a way that really allows for me to have a backstock of videos that I could release an extra video occasionally, I think that would be really fun. And then outside of my Wednesday videos, I would like to do 1 live a month. So just 1 time a month, I go live and we just have a one-on-one casual conversation. Anyone can join and you can ask questions and I'll just have a general topic, and that'll be once a month. Other things like just getting inspo from the community, connecting with the community more, collaborating with other people. I'm just really excited to kind of grow and build and develop into this like reselling Whatnot book community that we have. It's been a lot of fun and I've really enjoyed it. So with that said, that's pretty much a lot of what I have written down. I have some other stuff, but the main theme is that we are going to basically just be moving forward with documentation, something that I do naturally struggle to do. I want to document all the little parts of my business. I want to show you when I'm cleaning stuff up, when I'm packing, when I'm ordering supplies, what I'm using, what my storage methods look like. For example, you can see I have all of my current setup here, right? I have boxes, I have poly bags, I have tape, I have this countertop where I ship and do everything. But what I would really like to do is actually build this out into another countertop going all the way across this wall here. And it'll be a secondary large shipping counter with storage underneath, and then moving all of this stuff that's kind of in the corner, which is eBay storage, whether it's listed or unlisted, as well as my food, like my refrigerator and my dry goods that I use, like general food in my office. Moving that all over to this other wall and moving this couch out of here is going to really make a difference in this space. So streamlining my systems, making it easier, making all the processes easier. And what it all eventually leads to for me is implementing systems and practices that are so replicatable that by the end of this upcoming year, I'm gonna be able to start thinking about hiring, because my ultimate goal is to have this be a hands-off business. It is not gonna happen anytime soon. It will be years, if not decades down the line. However, if I can start implementing really good, effective systems and strategies that are replicatable and teachable, that means I can start hiring and I can onboard, even if it's just one person that helps out with one specific part of my business, working with me side by side to take a little bit of the work off of my shoulders, because scaling is not easy. And I've said this before, I'm kind of at my capacity for being a one-man show. You know, I do have some help on Mondays with shipping, as well as some other things. Even with YouTube, my partner does help me out, but it's mostly on my shoulders, and it's a lot and it's exhausting. And so that's where we're at. That's the recap. That's what we're doing. Obviously, around this time of the year, people are setting resolutions and goals, and I'm no different. I'm going to have some ideas for what I expect for this year so that I can make sure that I hit them. I write them down so that they're visual, that they're tangible, that I have check boxes next to them. So when I hit them, I'm checking them off. It's an accomplishment. And it's really important for me to have a clear understanding of where I'm going within my business, because like I've said 100 times now, my business impacts my personal life so much, because I work for myself, and this is part of my love and my passion to do this. So I really throw myself into it, and it takes a little out of my personal life. And I didn't mention this, but in my personal life, I actually have one specific goal for the new year, and it will play in, I think, by effectively implementing and executing my plan of action for my business, which is I want to start getting back to some of the things I love. So I actually started on my notes app writing down a bunch of the things that I consider my hobbies, things that I like to do, and I have already started doing them. So just getting back to things that bring me joy, and having time, and not even just the time, but feeling like I'm allowing myself to take that time to do it, not feeling guilty for sitting down and doing something really relaxing, or getting up early in the morning and taking a day to go hike up in the mountains, or spending the day at the beach, or doing a project or a task or a chore that I really wanted to get done. Whatever it is, I want to be able to feel okay taking time off to do those things. And so that's kind of again, that intertwined relationship of when I can be really effective in my business and generate the right type of income for the time that I'm putting into it. It plays into my personal life, and it just goes hand in hand. So I'm very excited. I'm really optimistic that I'm going to obviously crush all of these goals, and I'm just happy to see where I come in this next 12 months of my life. And yeah, it's going to be really exciting. So I hope that you guys have some goals. If you don't, I really encourage you to just take 20 minutes, sit down with a pen and a piece of paper and physically write them out. Pull out your notes app on your phone. Just write down a couple of tangible goals, not extreme, but easy enough that it's going to be super rewarding when you do not inevitably accomplish it. So find that balance, write those goals down, and yeah, let's crush 2025, guys. I'm super excited. I will be sharing, of course, all of the steps along the way and how I'm getting there and what's happening. And I'm sure we're going to share some successes and some failures throughout 2025, but that's okay. That's not just life. That's reselling. That's the business. This is a marathon, not a sprint, as we all know. But yeah, I thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for watching this video all the way to the end. Thanks for supporting my channel. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and obviously subscribe if you haven't already. I can't wait to be posting videos for you guys weekly and getting to know you a little bit more and sharing our journeys together. Have a happy week. Happy Wednesday. I'll see you guys next week. Happy New Year. Happy January. Happy 2025. I hope you guys have an awesome week until next time, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.